Here at the Royal Mint at our inaugural Employer Brand Management Conference, I'm going to take the chance during the coffee breaks and during the lunch break to have a chat with some of the delegates and some of the speakers and find out from them why it's such an important subject at the moment and why they're here.
It's valuable for us as a small professional body to be here today because this is very much part of our target audience. Now, these are people who deal with issues to do with internal communication and employee engagement.
We're helping the people in this room bring their employer brand to life. So it's much more visual, much more tangible, work environment spaces, other touch points that influence the employees.
Everybody in this room has the ability to be themselves at work, to ask tough questions, to do their research, to pretend that it's their business.
So you've got one brand, it might be international, it might be national. I hosted the first session, which was about the employer brand and the customer experience, so really how the two interrelate. The really interesting thing was we had different companies, so we had eBay and iScope and Dixon Carphone presenting, and it's really showing that there are different cultures and how they cultivate this culture within the brand.
We have a core personality, you know, the core personality that makes us eBay, and that has to reflect globally. But at the same time, what we try to do is reflect both local cultures on the ground and local country cultures. When we do that, it makes us stronger.
Every journey matters activation, full understanding of our purpose.
We're trying to create a TfL story. TfL is a young organisation, so what we're trying to do is just create the historic story and getting employees engaged in that story.
He's still attracted through the brand and his visionary leadership some of the best.
My key takeaway from today will be that I, in my role with IOIC, need to get much closer to the conversation around employer brand management. The quality of internal comms in an organisation will be very influential on the employer brand experience.
What I thought was really interesting is to finding this core truth about an organisation, which lies in the brand purpose, and then communicating that holistically and finding the right messages for your employees internally as well.
It's this mixture of being global and at the same time acting locally. So what came across is the culture is really important, but you have to take into account local differences. Yeah. And that's important for us, of course, because when we're implementing the brand, we look at what they want to achieve globally, but also looking at the local flavours.
There's lots of good practice and also some pitfalls people can avoid, but importantly take some real interesting case studies back to their organisations and actually use that as part of their day-to-day operation.
There's been a lot of talk about employee surveys, there's been a lot of talk about recruitment. I'd like us to all focus on how do we do that differently? How do we change this up and improve how we're working on things?
Every business that you or I deal with has a reputation.
I came along thinking that it would be good today, but I was wrong. It was more than good. Clearly, in terms of the breadth of speakers from a range of different organisations.
I like the variety of people that we're talking here. It's really the growing of employer brand and how it develops into various facets of the organisation. So I think that's really important for us to see where we can help people.
It all comes back to one single brand purpose that then can be communicated in different ways to employees, and finding the right balance for that is vital.
What I really hope will come out today is that the people in this room will feel that they have the courage, the passion, the commercial understanding to make the people aspects of business the most important calling card for them personally and for their bosses, and who knows, one day they may be the boss too.